Welcome back, Tigers, to another weekly Tiger Pause. I'm Kelly Murphy.
And I'm Whitney Fulton.
During last Friday's football game, 2 UWA sports received their GSC Conference Championship rings.
We will bring you more on that story ahead, but first, on Saturday, the first preview day of the fall semester was held on campus. Potential new students got a chance to tour the campus and attend the first home football game. Darniqua was on site to get the story. Darniqua?
I am reporting from Whitehall for Preview Day.
So Preview Day is a day when we invite or welcome high school students to come into our school, and we tour them around campus. We show them what it would be to go into a classroom, to experience the campus atmosphere.
Students were also able to learn more about academic programs, housing, financial aid, and they were also able to attend a UWA football game. I'm Darniqua Bond reporting for Studio 96.
Thanks, Darniqua. Speaking of football, the UWA football team took on the UNA Lions this past Saturday at Tiger Stadium. Audrey has more on the stats and score of this game. Audrey?
The UWA football team fell short in their first home opener to UNA on Saturday, September 24th. Jordan Jones and Dee Virgins both had interceptions, setting up the only touchdown by Rashad Lee that West Alabama got in the first quarter. West Alabama has yet to throw an interception in the season. Dante Armstrong had 6 receptions for 42 yards for the Tigers. The final score of the game was 45-7, leaving the Tigers 1-3 and 1-1 in GSC. UWA plays this Thursday's game at Shorter. The Tigers return to UWA October 8th for the homecoming game. I'm Audrey Diekman from Studio 96.
Thanks, Audrey. Also in sports, UWA volleyball brought home another conference win against West Georgia on Thursday, setting the bar high as they head into more GSC games coming this week. Dee covered this week's win over the Wolves.
On Thursday, September 22nd, the women's volleyball team played a conference game against West Georgia in Pruitt Gym. Taylor McCarver and Bree Sandifer had the highest hitting percentage, which led the Tigers to having their season-high hitting percentage at .387 while keeping the Wolves to .096. The Tigers took the victory and are now 8-4 overall and 2-2 in conference play. And the Wolves dropped to 3-8 overall and 0-4 in conference play. The Tigers will now head on the road to play another conference game against Mississippi College at 1 p.m. on Saturday, September 24th. I'm Dee Williams, Studio 96.
Also in men's soccer news, UWA took down Union on Friday in a 3-1 victory. The boys will be looking for another win as they play 2 GSC games this weekend. Kylie has more information on the upcoming matches. Kylie?
UWA men's soccer defeated Union University with the score being 3-1 at Tiger Stadium. Harrison Roberts scored the first goal within the half, but Union then slipped a goal in less than a minute later. In the second half, UWA pulled ahead with 2 more goals scored by Clay Green, leading to a UWA victory. With this win, it brings the Tigers 3-3 in their overall season. Make sure to come out and support men's soccer at Tiger Stadium Sunday at 3:30 against Delta State. I'm Kylie Cook, Livingston, Alabama, Studio 96.
Speaking of victories on campus, both the women's cross-country team and the men's soccer team were honored for their respective GSC conference championships during Saturday's football game. Let's head over to Audrey for this story.
During halftime at the West Alabama football game Saturday, 2 UWA athletic teams were honored for winning GSC conference last year. With Gulf South Conference being one of the toughest regions for any Division II sport to compete in, this is a big honor. The women's cross-country team won their first GSC title in school history. UWA men's soccer won their second straight GSC title in a row, going 10 wins, 6 losses, and 2 ties overall last season. I'm Audrey Diekman from Studio 96.
This past week, the UWA campus safety tip informed students that not all thieves steal material items. We go to Sarah for more. Sarah?
UWA's Campus Police continues to post weekly campus safety tips. This week, they recommend that you take control of your online life. WebMD's teen health site lists 3 good tips to remember for your online life. First, young people should keep their online identity and password secret. Secondly, when you post something on the internet, remember it never goes away. And finally, be extremely careful about who you meet online. social media may allow online predators to track your every move. Remember, Tigers, to stay safe online and be on the lookout for next week's safety tips. I'm Sarah Neal, Studio 96.
Recently in Lyon Hall, Dr. William Benjamin gave a detailed presentation on eye care in the 1800s. Dee was there to get the story. Dee?
I'm here at Lyon Hall for the first Friday seminar series of the 2016-2017 year. The Friday seminar series are hosted by the Natural Science and Mathematics Department. Their first guest was Dr. William Benjamin, and he spoke about how Lewis and Clark made a solution to treat sore eyes. Dr. Benjamin explained how in the 1800s, Lewis and Clark went on an expedition to explore the Louisiana Territory.
Together, and since I'm in the eye care field, I thought it was a good thing to put together, and so I did. And I got to read 14 volumes of eyewitness accounts of the expedition, and as I was reading them, I realized how important eye care was to the success of the mission.
During the expedition, they found that several of the members of their team had eye issues. Clark had studied medicine and knew of several solutions for sore eyes. Some of the same solutions and ingredients he used for eye care are still being used today. I'm Dee Williams, Studio 96.
Thanks, Dee. Temperatures are still high as we approach the month of October this week. Let's go to Taylor and see if those high temperatures are here to stay for this weekend's rodeo. Taylor?
Thanks, Callie. We've been seeing some drastic changes in temperature ever since the first day of fall, and it's looking like that isn't going to change anytime soon. We'll start Friday out with a high of 80 degrees, but by Tuesday, we'll be reaching 90. Lows will drop into the mid-50s, but gradually work their way into the 60s as the week progresses. Overall, delivering the ideal temperature for enjoying the weekend's rodeo. Back to you, Callie.
Thanks, Taylor. Well, Tigers, that's all the news we have for this week.
Join us next time as we get an inside look into the homecoming buzz around campus. I'm Callie Murphy.
And I'm Whitney Fulton, Studio 96.